Hello everyone, I am Tacit and welcome to the Gems of War campaign 19, week 1, day 5. So today, of course, we got ourselves the Vault event weekend. We've been grinding that out, getting all of our verses going. How many did I end up getting today? I haven't even checked. I got 4 it looks like so far. Not as many as we necessarily would want, but a good little start. If nothing else, that's about how many we're going to open today. So we'll be going through at least 4 Paloozas tonight. And, yeah, try to hit our goal. Generally, 445 or so gets us pretty much there, so. Though, this Sunday will probably be the 4 one, though. If not even a 3, because I forgot. This Sunday, unlike last Sunday, is actually the one, the following day where I have the dentist appointment. And that thing is at like 8 a.m. And gosh, I gotta leave at like 6:30, I think, to get there. Probably around 7. Because it's about, it's a good half an hour away. But anyways. What are we doing? Where should we start? Because obviously we want to clear our dailies first, so let's go do that real quick. As we haven't actually touched them. And then after we go and poke all of them, we will go and, yeah, just throw down a billion Paloozas. That's pretty much the game plan. Still have the PvP daily too, which we actually got to go claim our gold marks from the other day too. There are 2 locations to do so. I'm looking for cleanse medal. Cleanse, because we end up getting one of the annoying ones again, which is not ideal, but it happens. Definitely don't run Dust Devil team. Still had that from when I was grinding the verses earlier today. Anyways, hello everyone. Let me start all the way from the top. Hello Mark. Hello Daddy Shark. Hello Sonny. Welcome. Hello Mark, hello Isabel. Also hello Chad, and thank you for the generosity again. Greatly appreciated. Thank you. Hello Mark, hello Chad, hello Vanessa too. Hello Mr. Z? Wait, who's the other one? Oh, never mind. Oh, hello Daddy Shark. Hello Nightmare. Hello I thought I thought Mr. Z changed his name to something Chad related. Because Chad's name is different. But never mind, it's just Chad's name. Hello, Cookie. Hello, Jets. Hello, everyone else. Welcome. Anyways, go get our mana. I'll take that one over. Anytime anyone slightly changes their name, I always think it's like, oh, it's just Chad trying to impersonate them for a second. I mean, not Chad, I mean, Mr. Z trying to impersonate them. It was Zinny's idea? That's funny. That's the first thing I think of every single time because he's changed his name like 20 times now. But all good. I'll take that one over. Grab the other one. It's even funnier because on the tip that you gave, for whatever reason on my end, I can only see the first half of your name. So I saw that it was still like Chad something. So when I saw the other name, I was like, oh, that must be Mr. Z or something. But no, they're both you. Okay, we need to get unwebbed. That'd be nice. One more. And of course, we're probably going to be going for our normal goal, which is 300 vault keys and have more Paloozas than what we started with, is the game plan. Also, as of tomorrow, I should know my schedule for the family trip. So when I'm down in New Jersey. But, yeah, I'll have all the details for that later. So we know what time frame we'll be gone for. It seems like I might not be around for the first mythic of the month. Because the time frame... It looks like I might barely miss it. I don't know, find out. He's gonna be around like the 4th of July holiday. Whatever we miss, we can just cover after. Not too big a deal. Technically, to some degree, we could almost probably cover it beforehand. Actually, what is the next week's or next month's mythic? Actually, don't even know. I don't think I've looked it up yet. Just out of curiosity. Normally, I don't look them up this early. But there's a chance we might be gone for at least a day or two of it coming out. We'll just do it on the first day we get back. Where's the mythic? How many days of forward am I looking for? Should be this... No, not this one. Mythic. Epic, ultra rare. Epic, ultra rare. Where's the first Friday of next... What even is the next Friday of first month? It's the 5th. So it should be right here. Huh? Is the mythic not here yet? There's no mythic. No wonder I can't find it. Wait. There is no mythic here. We're not getting a mythic next month. But there's no mythic in the spoiler thing yet. That's interesting. Yeah, that's why I can't find it. It should be on this day right here. But it's currently not there. Interesting. I guess they just haven't added it to the files yet or something. That's rather strange. I don't think they've ever skipped a Friday mythic at any point. There's been times they kind of switched them around and other shenanigans. But, yeah, I guess just not in the files here or something. I'm not sure. Very strange. Anyways. Let's see. Okay, we'll go take... How on earth have I not killed 160 Browns yet today? I'm actually kind of surprised by that. Does Center Mirage have, like, 0 Brown troops or something? I could have sworn I would have hit it by now. Oh, congrats to Mark. Wait, what did Mark end up getting? Let me double check. You just threw 150 gem keys and got your first Tina 9000? Huge congrats. Nice. Yeah, that's a great thing to have. Pretty much every mech team runs it, and if you're running like a PvP restriction for mech, definitely a great addition. It's also just a generally pretty good true damager. And to this day, still one of the, or pretty much the spell tankiest troop in the game. Because even though it only has 50% spell reduction, it has a huge armor gain. So if you're up against a physical spellcaster, like, let's say, Tina 9000, it's actually pretty good against things like that. Hello, Kosh! Welcome, welcome. Grab these last little few, then what do we have left? Under Spire, I'll probably do tomorrow. Just to kind of group them together a little. Might even just do it off stream until we get just to the end part. So we can focus on the Paloozas. So whatever we end up deciding, it definitely won't be now. As far as depleting it. Though I do want to do the PvP thing today. Obviously, one thing we do have to do, though. You know, for sure I have not bought in my torches yet today. So even if we're not going to do them, we still need to go buy them. Alright. Oh, so speaking of buying, I need to go buy more torches. I didn't realize we're, like, out. Anyways, alright. So, PvP. We should have 2 places we need to go do battles in. Oh gosh, I forget what the restriction was yesterday, though. I did the same thing the other day. Oh gosh. Oh wait, it tells you now, doesn't it, though? Alright, so it's not mech. Must be dragon in the other one then. Yep, okay. Oh wow. Okay, people need to stop joining Dark Alliance. We are currently down to 7 gold marks. Everyone abandon Dark Alliance. Go. Alright, we'll do dragon first since we already have the team set up, then we'll go do the goblin one, I guess. Yeah, there's so many people in Dark Alliance that we're down to only 7 now. Oh, before I do this, where's my buff? Okay, I can still get 2 Valhawks, it's fine. Just wanted to make sure we still have Valhawk potential. Save us 10 battles of having to work towards them. If we can get them on these 10 battles. No guarantee we will, but want to at least have the chance to do so. Alright, brown to yellow, do you do anything? Kind of. Good enough. That's good enough for me. Anything that gets mana up even slightly. Even just a 3 is worth it because of how many gems it ultimately ends up exploding below it. And let's keep taking the easier ones. No reason to really go for the higher one. Especially since I'm probably not going to be competing for my leaderboard. Looks like they're trying to hit like 30, 40, 50,000 by the end of this weekend. Too much to bother with on a Volt weekend. Oh, we could be grinding Volt. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got double dragon. I was like, wait, why are there so many different colored dragon gems? It's definitely not for my troop. But the current effect of dragon right now, or the dragon category, is that dragon gems currently fall down, which is really funny and thematic. Yeah, we got double dragon. We got dragon restriction with dragon gems falling. Which I'm pretty sure is the first instance we've ever had something like this. But quite fitting. So, hello, Anderson! Welcome, welcome. Quite fitting indeed. Alright, 2 more. Oh, yeah, we'll take this one, I guess. Yeah, pet gnome. Wonder if we have the pet active. Gotta go for it regardless, though. But hopefully we don't. Surprised that wasn't an extra turn. Gosh, those celestial dragons are so dinky. Definitely adds up. No, we already had one active. Unfortunate. No, to be expected is Volt Weekend after all. They're 3 times as common right now. Wait, do you do damage? No. Why are you so useless? It's like one of the worst 50% mana start troops in the entire game. Not because of what it gives 50% mana start to, but because of how bad its ability is. Also, there are so many people in Dark Alliance that we're only getting pretty much 1 gold mark per battle. If it goes any lower than that, it will not be worth doing anymore. Let's go get a Goblin team. Honestly, I think I'm just gonna go Goblin meta this. We can probably just copy-paste it from our other team. I don't want to have to go rebuild it all again. Not that one. Though we actually could run that one, actually. But, this one... I am running it the normal way and without Dispel or anything. Hopefully no one's running Freeze. They are running Freeze. That's annoying. Well, hopefully it won't matter. Alright, that could be really bad. There's a 1 in 4 chance he doesn't freeze us at all, though. Right, so we can't use Truffle Green or Blue. We can live with that. Out of anything to be frozen, that is one of the more annoying ones. But still manageable. It's gonna make looping a lot harder, though. Ooh, especially when that potion misses. Oh, do we have potion effect Goblin? That'd explain all the potions. Honestly, that's a kind of annoying combo. Luckily we have the lead right now, so it doesn't matter. It's kind of awkward. I guess I just go for the truffle. Because he can't do anything to us at this point. So at this point, we might not even... him being frozen might actually have literally 0 impact on this fight. Other than the speed at which we kill him. Because we haven't actually dropped our turn a single time yet. So this team's actually infinite looping without even casting truffle a single time. Also because of how broken potion gems are. Yep, we actually just infinite looped without a truffle. So that was semi-hard carried by the potion gem mechanic. Why is everyone using Elementalist? Why must you go annoying? It's so much quicker to run not Elementalist on this team. I'm going for it. We're gonna actually turn on one of them. Nice, we did. Now we can actually use Truffle unlike the other battle. Oh, we didn't land the extra turn. Because our auto extra turn is stopped by freeze. But we can still land a board extra turn on any color that isn't the 2 that's frozen on. probably should have taken those potion gems first. Actually, still can, oddly enough. It feels so weird having one troop frozen on an infinite loop team. But hey, it's still doing what it needs to do. Maybe just a little less efficiently than normal. Also, it doesn't help that this place is blood frenzied on top of everything as well. As if the freeze wasn't already bad enough. Oh, did we find someone finally not using freeze? Oh no, he is. But he finally hit the 1 in 4 chance that we don't get frozen. That's not— oh no, but he still got one off an extra turn after. So it's still like we were frozen the whole time. Unfortunate. Oh, let's do it again. Let's go win the 3rd battle in a row while being frozen on an infinite loop team. Though these potion gems are carrying hard. Oh, well, that's not ideal. And my other thing overwrit my blue gems. And we're diseased, so we can't even get full mana here. What a weird fight. Please, someone run not freeze. Finally, Archer class! Though that's also somewhat wrong. If you're using Strength Fiddler with Archer, that's redundant. Because the reason you would use Archer is because you're not using Greenstorm. Or because you need Greenstorm. But you have Strength Fiddler, which is already doing Greenstorm. I'm slightly confused by the hero class choice, but at least it's not Elementalist. Took 4 battles, but we finally found one. Oh, that's funny. I was trying to silence the biggest threat, but he was already silenced, so it was kind of redundant, but oh well. I just naturally want to go for the biggest thing, but then did not realize he already had it. Oh gosh, Elementals again. I just want to find someone not using Elementals. Elementals? Thief, finally! There we go. See, these guys know what he's doing. Let's do our first Thief versus Thief battle. It's kind of funny that's the highest level person, too. Like, all the low-level ones were using, like, Elementalists. One weird person was using Archer for some reason. But then the highest level person's actually using, pretty much the exact same team as us. The only difference is, instead of the Impervious first slot, he's running with the Explode a Billion purple into Resummon. Which is interesting. That's definitely more consistent for mana accumulation. But I like my Impervious. But his option is actually better mana accumulation. Which is, I guess, technically also better loop in that regard. But it does drop the Impervious to do so. At some point, potion gems will stop triggering. Oh, Strength Fiddler has immune to silence. Wait, is he using a, yeah, an untraded bandit. This guy really knows what he's doing. The interesting part is it's not a gold deleted untraded bandit. It's just simply untraded. Which means he might not have been around several years ago when it was possible to have an untraded version of it. But yeah, that's someone who deliberately chose not to upgrade their bandit ever at any point. Which is a very interesting choice. That also makes me assume But they probably started the game within the last 5 years or so, if that's the case. Alright, let me go get the buff so we can get one more. Not that everyone back then ended up getting it, but to have the game knowledge to also not upgrade your very common bandit is kind of interesting. If any of you don't know, if you haven't traded bandit, don't. It is one of a few troops in the entire game that is actually stronger untraded than traded. The main reason for this is pretty much every stealthy hero class in the game, and by pretty much I mean all of them, because they're under the same tree, has a 35% chance to summon, or 30%, whatever they nerfed it to, chance that it will summon a bandit when an ally dies. And because your hero class has stealthy, it is actually more beneficial that the bandit that gets summoned does not have stealthy. But it is impossible to undo this once you've done it, other than the one time that it got refunded multiple years ago. So the only way to have an untraded bandit these days is to deliberately choose not to ever trade your bandit. And it actually makes him stronger, which also makes every single hero class that has stealthy stronger. Which isn't as meta to run stealthy hero class these days, but still strong. And the reason I say that is most of the damage source these days aren't really like Zolgoths or stuff. It's more like, you know, Stellaryx, which stealthy does nothing against Stellaryx, nor does the bandit resummon. But there are metas that will re-rise in the future that it's really good against. Yeah, a lot of people early on in the game will, you know, because it's so common, they'll upgrade their bandit, not necessarily realizing that it's actually really beneficial to keep them untraded. It's not too big a deal if you have upgraded them. Another thing towards the kingdom upgrade, if nothing else. But it is stronger to actually never upgrade them ever. You just don't use the trait to summon him, yeah. It's a very niche kind of thing, as far as when you would end up using stealthy with bandit summon. The most noteworthy point was Guild War, back when that existed. There isn't really too many instances where you need it these days, especially now that the meta has moved past like insta-kill targeting and stuff like that. Because pretty much the entire meta is just one-shot AoE. Or things where stealthy barely even matters against. Yes, I also refunded all the journey troops just to have them be unique. I've had that asked quite a few times, like why I don't have them traded. But it's just to have like a unique card. Because it's impossible to currently have them fully gold medaled without all their traits unless you did it back then. So in the case of Bandit, it's because it's actually better that way. But in the case of all the journey troops, it's just because why not? The journey for their event is already over, so you can't get their extra journey point bonus. So might as well just get the refund and have a unique troop. It doesn't count towards the kingdom upgrade of having a fully traded troop. A lot of places are getting enough that that doesn't matter anymore. Okay, I would love if this thing stopped getting barrier. This is even Wand. Normally this happens when we're up against Wand. We're in like an endless fight because it just keeps re-barriering and I keep not landing extra turn, but there we go. Hello Tyrion! Welcome, welcome. Hope all's been well. You're heading off to a concert. Nice, hope it goes well. I don't think I've really ever been to a concert. There was one I was to, like, very, very briefly. Oddly enough, in Canada. Because they were doing, like, a public one. So you didn't have to, like, buy tickets or anything. They were doing, like, some kind of public thing with some kind of... I have no clue who. Because some kind of small Canadian artist. But they were just kind of doing in, like, this little public venue when I was already walking out, grabbing a bite to eat. And I was just like, oh, yeah, I'll go stop there for a little bit, I guess. I've never really gone to like a proper concert thingy before. Yeah, that one barely counts. Also, I'm very sure the drinking age was lower there as well. I forget what it is in Canada, but based on the people that were drinking there, it's definitely lower than what it is in the United States. I want to say 18, if not 16. Oh, good. We got verse 3. I need that.
Mana surge.
We didn't get the Valhawk yet, did we, though? Oh, no, we did. All right, perfect. And we got a verse 3. Perfect. Nice. All right, is that everything? Let's start doing some Paloozas, then. Yeah, I'll probably throw like 4 or 5. We'll see. Either or works. As long as we get about 13-ish done by the end of the weekend to hit our goal. I guess there's Journey event. I'll go do that. This should be the last day we have to do it, so I might as well do it tonight. As this is the last time we'll get to. The team is absurdly free this week, so actually it's the exact one we're just running for the Goblin category, oddly enough. So we'll go run it again.
Mana surge.
Is there any band you would want to see? None that I can think of, really. I don't think there's ever really been a band that I've liked a ton. I'm trying to think of, like, any... I can barely even think of any band names of current existing bands. I guess maybe 21 Pilots, if they're still a thing. If they happen to be doing a concert in the exact area that I'm currently in and it wouldn't be an inconvenience for me to get there, I maybe would, I guess. I'm not as big of a fan as their more recent works, though. I would say they peaked around, like, about a decade ago. Not that the current works are bad, it's just their older stuff was better. Hello, Outlander! Welcome, welcome. After this, we'll go run a Palooza the rest of the stream then. I'll probably aim for 4. Also, we'll be handing out 2 redeem codes these streams, by the way, every single day this weekend. We'll hand out one once we finish out the last daily, and then another one midway through the Paloozas, probably. I'll probably do that again all weekend then. With the goal of around 4 to 5 Paloozas. And hopefully during the day we can get the surplus on them. So today so far we've gotten 5 verse 3s. So if we use 5, we'll perfectly break even. And as Isabel mentioned, definitely feel free to leave a like. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Hey, that's something we don't have. Leave a like emote. No, there's plenty of thumbs up emotes. There we go. Sonny got the right idea. Thank you, Sonny. Well, of the 10 emotes I have, we're only going to be able to post about 9 of them when they first come out. Because the join number thingy keeps fluctuating. So I'll see how many we can do once we actually end up posting them. Because I think at this point, pretty much every single gifted sub we have has expired. So just the people perpetually doing it forever, which is greatly appreciated. Helps out a lot. Alright, there we go. Oh wait, did I just do that with metal? Oh no, that was the right game mode. For a second, I thought I just did the wrong game mode with metal on. But no, that's exactly where you're supposed to use it. That's kind of the whole point, is to use them for this mode. There we got our little shinies. Oh, Major Orb of Forging. I'm not sure why I'm excited about that. I don't need that. In the past, I was like, oh yeah, I still need that, but we don't need that anymore. How many spare Major Forgings do we have? Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Why am I excited about that? We literally have every item in the entire game maxed, or every weapon, I should say. I forgot that orb is completely dead content for us now. And we have like 9 spears, so even if they magically just release 9 Doom weapons all at once, like a wave of 6, which they have done before, that's not unprecedented. They did that when they did the Soulforge rework, they added 6 of them. It took a little longer than 1 day to get them, but you know, after a couple weeks we got them all. But it was the highest concentration of Doom weapons we ever got at one time. Technically 7 within like a week, because we got 1 from Doom event and then 6 from the patch. But that's very unlikely to happen again. Even if it does, we have 9. So even if they add like 7 again within like a 2-week period, we have enough. Anyways, what's this pet? It's been here for a while. We activated like 2 pet gnomes and neither of them triggered. Alright, I think that's every daily then. Perfect. Just double checking that we've gotten all the things. Just doing our last roundabout. And if we're good, then yeah, let's start doing Paloozas. Oh yeah, I don't have the Palooza timer going. Actually, I don't even have the Volky number going either. Wait. Let's see. I don't need that. There it is. Volkeys. No more Palooza. 0. Alright, let's start getting the count going. Volkey 0. Epic Volkey 0. Technically, those are actually higher than those right now, but we'll leave them as 0 for now until we do our first Palooza. And of course, we're going to need the tracker. I can figure out what folder I keep it in. I'm not sure why I don't have a desktop application for this. I have it in a folder in my desktop. Probably because when I uncondensed it, or unpacked it, unzipped it, whatever you call it, it was all already in one folder. So I didn't bother making a separate icon for my desktop. I just simply put the whole folder on the desktop. Instead of putting the icon there, I just put the whole folder there. But hey, it works. Anyways, let me move this over because that's blocking my screen. Are we good to go? I think we're good to go. Alright, we're gonna take a sip of water before we start paloozing it up. What do we still need from this game besides book? We need gems, we need gold, though slightly less so, but gold's still nice. But we mostly need gems, gems, deed books, and is that really the whole list these days? I guess major orbs. Like, those 3 things are the only 3 things we generally care about. I guess orbs in general, though obviously major orbs are better than the smaller ones. Because we need pet orbs from the small orbs and big orbs. We need silvers and golds from the major orbs, the glory orbs. We need gems for everything that uses gems, which is pretty much everything in the game. And we need D-books. Yeah, pretty much those 4 things. Or 3 things if you count all orbs that are good underneath one category of just orbs. Well, having slightly more gold and stuff like that's still nice. Because you can dump into guild, you can technically upgrade faction if you really want to. There'll be some feature in the future that'll probably use it to some degree. Anyways, so let's start doing some Paloozas. Go over to games, go over to Soulforge, go over to other. And we'll run 4 or 5. I'm not sure how many tonight. I'll probably just run 4 for tonight. And try to run a bit more tomorrow. What I might end up doing is do like 4-6-2 or something. Or 4-6-3. Whatever we need to do to wrap up on Sunday. Just so we can get to bed at a reasonable time on Sunday night. Anyways. Let's begin. Oh, I just realized I don't have the right team set up. Oh no, I'm going to have to waste a few seconds here. My current team is Takshaka when I need to be this. Do I need medals? Yeah, I guess we technically still need medals too. I mentioned basically the glory orbs as the medals. However, I do actually need some of the low rarity medals, oddly enough. I'm starting to get to the point where we're getting so many 20-star kingdoms, or 30-star kingdoms, that need 20 gold elite level troops, that I'm about to run out in the next few weeks. Like by midway through next month, I might actually be out of medals. We're going to need to farm them. It'll be the first time ever we will run out of medals. Just because so many kingdoms are starting to get to the point where they require 20 gold elite level troops. And I don't have enough medals to keep doing that. That means we're gonna do some Explore 12 streams soon. Because we are running low. It's one bad thing about Vault events. The quickest way to get metal, or the quickest way to get all the gnomes killed and everything, we get almost no medals from this. Explore 1 does not give that many. Luckily, it does give low rarity ones, which is kind of what we need. But it's still best just to camp Explore 12. Explore 12 gives the best rate of all medals, including the lowest rarity ones. Even though the chance of it giving the low rarity ones is the lowest, the rate at which you get tokens is so high that it's actually higher, probably enough. Its rate of specifically dropping low rarity is lower, but its rate of just dropping metals is so high that it's actually higher for all rarities, not just lower. Or not just higher, I mean. Oh, an Epic Volkey. Nice. I think that's the first one in the weekend. Oh, yeah, that reminds me. What was my starting Volkey number? Wasn't it 68? I think it was like 1368 or something. Does anyone remember from last night? You could always check the end of last night's stream, I guess. Hello, Bill Warhammer. Hello, Maximius. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, does anyone happen to remember? I forgot to keep track of it. Obviously, we have 0 Volkey, so that one's going to be very free to keep track of. Whatever the number is how many we have. Also, I'm not sure what I did when I was sleeping last night, but my back has been so sore today. Feels like I need to go to like a chiropractor or something, which I've never been to before. Pretty sure I'll be fine after another night's sleep. It's right at the shoulders, which is weird. Like, it's not my whole back, it's just like right where my shoulders are and everything. Oh, you know what I ended up having today, which was so good? I ended up going to that pork place again. The one really good one near me. And, gosh, it's so nice. The price keeps going up, though. But it's still worth it. I think it was like 16 bucks for a sandwich and 2 sides. But, gosh, it's still worth it. Barbecue sandwich dripping with way too much barbecue. Because I put too much on. Not because they put too much on. It's just because it's such a good barbecue sauce. And then hush puppies with a dip. And normally mac and cheese. They actually have a pretty good mac and cheese. It's a little bit overly cheesy, but that's more of a good thing than a bad thing. But yeah, they keep raising it. I remember pre-pandemic, like literally 2018, 2019. The same thing cost like 9 to 10 bucks. It's now 16, gosh. It's gonna hit like 20 in like 2 years probably. Everything keeps raising too much in price. Can we deflate some? When does deflation kick in? Yeah, it's just an overall global issue of inflation. It's not just here in America. Still not used to Ironhawk team. You keep matching 4 and 5. Yeah, I did that some actually the other day, where we're doing the EXP boosting thing. But yeah, I still make that mistake ever so occasionally. It's just out of habit to just always go for every extra turn. But with a team like this, it's kind of weird. I make that mistake with the 1 Dust Devil team still. I don't think I really make it with the double Dust Devil team. I mean, you know, the double non-Ironhawk team. It's just a superior into Dust Devil. Normally because I'm already hovering her ability before it even really begins. Which doesn't give me any time to really misclick the board, luckily. I didn't hand out a code yet, did I? I'll hand out the first code after Palooza, and then we'll have another one in like 2 Paloozas from now or so. Probably distribute it like that and go from there. And we'll probably go for 4 tonight. And just try doing more tomorrow then. I think what I'm going to do for tomorrow is get every single daily done off stream. So we can just do like literally just Palooza night. No dailies, no nothing else. Just all Palooza. So don't forget tomorrow, we do have the Alliance fight for Central, which I might do off stream. We also have to go take the 2 gold mark areas, which will probably all be done as well. I can't believe there's so many people in Dark Alliance now that's only 7. I said a while back that if ever dips under 5, it is actually probably not worth being in Dark Alliance anymore. It's still at 7, so it's still technically worth it. It's 1 gold mark per battle. Still, slightly more than. But once it dips under that, I'm not sure if it's worth the time. Having to do like 30, or actually it's not 30 extra fights. It's, how many days is it? 5, so 25. It's 25 extra fights a week for what is currently about like 35-ish or so gold marks. But if it's exactly 5, that would end up being, what? 5 times 25. Oh, why did I say that? Never mind, that number I just said was wrong, but if it goes down to 5, it'd be 100 and, oh, no, I was right, because you only claim it once. So yeah, across 5 days, that would only be 25 gold marks for doing 25 extra fights. Which is not ideal, but that's still kind of worth it. Anything below that becomes not worth it, though. I am curious if they're going to tweak that system at some point, though. Because I don't think it's doing what they intended it to do. Because more people are just joining Dark Alliance, not less. Everyone's just coming to the winning thing. And what they have for that is a diminishing return on gold marks to try to prevent that from happening. But it isn't preventing it from happening. There's literally only 2 alliances in the game. Dark Alliance, and you want to have 20% extra PvP stats by not being in Dark Alliance. And that is it. Which, if that gold mark number does get low enough, it is better to have 20% extra PvP stats than, like, 20 extra gold marks a week. So currently it's closer to 35 a week. The poor man's hello. All good, Bill. Hey, another have a gold key. There's still the cap lock hello. So I feel like this Palooza was very bad on Vault Keys, but we got like 2 or 3 epic Vault Keys. It's not all bad. It seems like it's going to be a really on-par weekend based on our luck on this first one. Or lack thereof. It hasn't been lucky, it hasn't been unlucky. We're getting like exact on drop rate, I think. Okay, we want to make a bet. Our number at the end is going to be 23. 20 Vault Keys, 3 epic Vault Keys. Or 22. I forget how many epics we've got so far. However many epics we have and 20 Vault Keys. It'll set us at perfect average. Though it might be 1 or 2 higher just because I did some farming off stream. I know I didn't get any Vault Keys from an Angel today. But I could have gotten Vault Keys from the gnomes I killed because I wasn't really paying attention. I know for sure I did not have an Angel option for Vault Key today, though. Though I did get some pretty good stuff from Angels today. I think I got like 2 or 3 Imperials for free. On top of a few other deeds and some other knick-knack decent loot. I don't think I've gotten a single bad Angel all day, but oddly enough did not get a single Vault Key or epic Vault Key from them. I think I had a choice once, but I took the deed over the Vault Key. As 2 deeds are better than 1 Vault Key. Same as 1 Imperial. Honestly, same as like a Nisha or something. Even an Anu. Does she even offer Anu? I don't remember. No, she offers Nisha. I guess she goes all the way down to Arania. I know the merchant does. But the merchant wants a little bit too much for them. Yeah, she does offer Ender too. Yeah, I was mostly getting deeds from her today. Which oddly enough is pretty much exactly what we want from her. Unfortunately, she has 0% chance for a deed book. That'd be insane if so. But Imperials and some colored deeds are still nice. This isn't too bad for a final fight, I guess. One of the 3 better ones and a horrible one. We'll take it. There should be enough time. Alright, what's our final tally? And we got, like, nothing from that, pretty much, but well. Speaking of merchant, free pet food. Alright, so, let's go get our tally. No, I do not want to buy. Gosh, that's so expensive. Why is this so expensive? Why on earth are 3 verses, or, 3 Paloozas, $50, gosh. And you could buy it twice. The extra gems does not make that worth it. If this was like $10 for 3 Paloozas, I'd be like, oh yeah, maybe. But $50 for 3? I know you get the gems, but still, there's so many other ways to get gems. Like just doing the Palooza you're already doing. The Vault event you're doing right now. Anyways. What was I doing? Oh yeah, tally. Let me see if I can remember based on looking at this number. Okay, we were at 18. I remember now. We were at 1318. Yeah, I could have sworn it ended in the 8. I just forget what the whole number was. Yeah, that means we got 3. So 25.3. That is technically above average. However, some amount of those Vault Keys we likely got for free before the stream started. So that's where some of those were. Well, let me go update this number then. Alright, so that's 25. Otherwise, yeah, we're at a pretty good pacing right now then. It's either average or slightly above average. I'll take it. Anyways, let's keep going. Oh yeah, let me go hand out code. I still haven't handed out 0 yet. I'll hand out 1 now and 1 in a little bit. So here you guys go. Here is the redeem code. Use it on gemswar.com for the game code section. Your invite code is in the settings menu. Redeem code's right over there in chat. Thank you. Same word as always. 2 treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. Enjoy, everyone. Okay, so, yeah, let's start doing things. Let's go do another Palooza. And keep them running. Where is it? Where is it? Palooza. There you are. Okay, I'll run 3 more of these then. Which should get us to a solid... Actually, at this rate, that might get us to about 100. It should be technically slightly less than 100, but if all of them do as good as that one... Counting Pity will be way over 100, of course. Yeah, that's a decent first Palooza. The reason why I say it looks a little bit higher is because the vault key number, anywhere from like 3 to 4 of them could have easily been off stream. I'm not actually sure what the number was because I didn't bother checking beforehand. But even if it was, let's say it's like a 21-3, that's not bad. It's actually slightly above average if we're expecting a 22, a 20 vault key and 2 epic vault key. So I guess even in that situation, yeah, it is still a good Palooza. We got above average on it. He's even assuming it's a 21-3, that's still above average. By 1 for both keys. Technically, the average for epic vault keys is about 2.2 per Palooza. If we're getting 20 vault keys, we should be getting about 2.2 epic vault keys. But it's easier just to consider it 2. As it is impossible to get a fraction of a vault key. Or an epic vault key, I mean. So you're expected to get either 2 or 3. Oh, there's one of them. Also, hello, Genki! Also, hello, Imperial Fight didn't already say hi. Welcome, welcome. And no problem for the code. We'll have another one in a little bit. I hope everything's been going well, Genki. The vault grind has been nice. Hope the Palia has been nice. We'll still probably try Palia at some point. Eventually, TM. Sometime before Brighter Shores comes out, I'll need to play Palia at least once. And this will be the first time ever Isabel can teach me how to play a game. Right, Isabel? Hopefully you know what you're doing. I'm missing out? Well, both of you need to go show me the game at some point then. I'll play it for like one several hour session. At some point, probably next month, after I get back from my trip. I would say beforehand, but I'm still not fully sure of some of the days yet. But, I don't know, I might be able to do it before. I should know my schedule for the trip tomorrow. And I can start planning everything else around that. That's not Logic's there. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, Wolfen's been going pretty good so far. We kind of just started, but we're already doing pretty solid on the drops. Yeah, it is finally Friday. Good ol' end of Friday. I don't know, weekends don't quite feel like weekends for me anymore. I'm not sure why, but the end of Thursday kind of feels like the start of the weekend for me these days. Which I guess for people who have 4-day work weeks also probably think the same. I'm not sure why Thursday feels like the end of week though. Also, because of how Gems of War events work, I feel like Monday's the start of the work week and not Sunday. You know, some people consider like Sunday to Saturday to be the week, but then others it's like Monday to Sunday. And this game definitely makes me feel like it's Monday to Sunday. With how the system is set up. Wow, triple Volkey. I haven't seen a quad Volkey in a very long time. Also, we have never gotten the quad epic. I believe we have gotten the triple epic twice, but we have never seen a quad epic Volkey drop. Quad normal Volkey, yes. Quad epic, no. Of course, absurdly rare, as would be expected. But yeah, in all the Vault events we've ever had in the history of this game, we've never seen it. 4 times epic Volkey. I'm not sure what the actual odds are, but it is like lottery ticket rare. One thing to keep in mind too, it's actually even harder these days because there are some gnomes that have a 0% chance of dropping Volkey or Epic Volkey. Mostly the really high value gnomes like the Dragonite gnome and the Curse Rune gnome and stuff like that. Aside from bugs in the past, nowadays they have a 0% chance of dropping Volkeys. So if they're in your fight, it's actually impossible to even get a floor sweep. I'm not sure what I did to my back last night. It's definitely not anything I could have done today that could have done it. Because I don't feel like I ever feel that sore. I'm pretty sure after a good night's sleep it'll just go away. And I wonder how much is a chiropractor these days? I've never been to one. Pretty sure whatever it is, it's not worth it. It's one of those things where if America had a healthcare system that actually functioned, people would probably utilize. But the average person never generally would. It's under that category of, like, medical assistance, but you only really do it if it's gone too far. Kind of medical assistance. Kind of like mental health. But generally, it's only really done after it's almost too late. Chiropractors are charlatans? Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. It still helps them, though. They're basically just really ultra expensive massage therapists. I'm pretty sure there's still some science behind what they do. Regardless of how much it ultimately helps. Which reminds me, I need to get new glasses soon. I know I need to get new glasses because it's election year. I'm not sure why, but I always get new glasses on election year, so I remember to go get new glasses. It just doesn't feel like a new election year since they're just rerunning the last election year. It's just a rerun. So we're just skipping this episode. Does Steam refund games over 2 hours? I believe that was a policy they've had for a while now. Steam for the longest time had no refund policy. Then I think they added a 2-hour refund policy. And I think pretty recently they tweaked that 2-hour refund policy. Because too many people were abusing the 2-hour refund policy. So I have no clue what their current policy is. Because originally it was no refunds ever. Then it was 2 refunds, or refund always if under 2 hours. And now I think it's something in between. But I'm not sure. I don't really keep up with it. I haven't kept up with much of what Steam has done in like the last several years. I stopped after like 2015 paying attention to what Steam does. If it wasn't for Gems of War, I would almost barely even touch Steam. That's the only way to play it on PC. There's just almost nothing I play on Steam these days. Oh, so wasn't Palia free to play? I just realized what you were saying that towards. Because I only read the first one and not all your things. Isn't Palia a free game? Pretty sure it is. I was probably going to play it on the Switch as well. Because I have so much spare memory on the Switch. Whereas I've actually kind of been running out of 1 terabyte memory on the PC, oddly enough. So since the Switch is nearly at its end of life cycle and I still have a bunch of memory on it, I might as well just play it on Switch. Honestly, I need to get either another external hard drive or something. I guess once I get the next computer, hopefully sometime maybe later this year. I was gonna get it this summer, though I'm not sure. I'm still gonna try to aim for this summer. Get an actual PC set up. I really need to make sure it has at least 1 terabyte of memory. Because I have a 2 terabyte external storage, one computer with 1 terabyte, the other one with like about 300 gigabytes. And every single one of them is at like full capacity. There's not a single one of those things that is not completely filled. It doesn't cost money, just self-dignity. Oh no, I haven't really looked into the game, so I haven't seen what it's like. We'll definitely try it at least once, if nothing else for a one-off stream. I'm definitely not going to get super invested in the game, though. I'm reserving that for Brighter Shores. You can get your dignity back by playing Orc Massage. Gosh. Honestly, just as a meme one day, maybe we will stream it. If it's legitimately safe for YouTube, which I'm not sure if it is, I'll need to double check beforehand. But if it actually is, maybe just one day as a funny meme, we will actually stream it. No guarantees, though. Just says GameKeep because she plays it all the time. I highly doubt that. Oh, I almost just clicked attack. Good thing I didn't. That's a double glory, double soul. There should be some pretty good loot. Nice. So unfortunately, some of it got blocked by Volt keys, but it still works out. 1,000 glory. Very nice. 8 tributes ready. Oh, wow. 34 tribute. We're getting up there. The extra kingdom upgrades coming into play. Alright, let me go look up our Volkey numbers. How do we do? Ooh, wow. We did even better somehow. Well, we got less epic Volkeys, but we got more Volkey, so I guess not necessarily better, but still good. We got 52 and 1. I mean, 26 and 1, I mean. Not bad at all. That means that one that we saw was actually the only one we got. That one near the beginning. But yeah, we're above average for how many we should have right now. We should be at 44. You know, 40 Vault Keys, 4 Epic. Or we're at 52 4. So yeah, we're doing really good on Vault Keys. Alright, let's keep going. Let's go run 2 more. 2 more Paloozas. After this next Palooza, we'll go hand out another code. And then we'll go do 1 more after that. Let's keep going. Keep the loot train going. Genki goes to Orc Massage competitive tournaments. Ah. Is Hellebore in the drop table for Depths of Sin yet? Yes, it should be. Generally, as soon as the next event happens, the previous one is in drop table. But there is a chance they forgot to do it. So it might not be. But it should be. Generally how it works is by the time the next event has come around, the previous one is in drop table. So you might just be getting really, really unlucky. Or there is a chance they just forgot to add it. Alright, well, there's 2 people mentioning that it is in drop table. You must just be getting really unlucky then. Yeah, normally by the time the next event happens, the previous one is already in drop table then. That's the easiest way to tell if it's rotated. Is by the time the next weekend faction troop ends up coming out. Yeah, Hellebore should have been in drop table as soon as the upcoming, or the last faction event happened. It generally has that exact time frame. Though sometimes it's off by a week. But if it is, I think it comes in a week earlier rather than later, oddly enough. But normally it's exactly when it rotates. By the time the next one is... Oh, speaking of the borer, we just had him right there. Obviously there's a force on nose bane on the loading screen. And the next one, I believe, is the first weekend of next month. Or the last weekend of this month, whichever one it is. Yeah, no problem, Draco. Yeah, it should be a 4-week period between each one. Originally I said 4 to 6 weeks, but these days I believe it occurs every single reset. Or, every single next faction event. I think they just say that's still 4 to 6 just because it gives them leeway. But no, it's pretty much every single upcoming event. So once a faction event happens, the previous faction event is now in drop table. Yeah, it's really weird because there's a lot of different ways that things come back into the game. And they all have like slightly different timers. I think the worst part is none of it is really said well in game, like how it functions. Like you just kind of know after a while. But there's not really anything in game that really says like, hey, this is now in drop table or something else. There are a few examples of that where it does, like the seasonal imps rotating. Like when it went from spring imp to summer imp right now. But a lot of other things don't really do that. When something specific rotates back in. There's also no in-game way of knowing when Volt troops rotate. Or not rotate, but when they were originally money locked from a season pass and then got into drop table. Well, they normally mention it on like the weekly post, I believe. They don't actually mention it anywhere in game. So unless you have to check like a third-party resource, there's no way to actually know. I think one really confusing one is Glory Troops these days. Because they, for the longest time, have been a 4 to 6 week until they go into drop table. And I'm not sure if they have a consistent, like, 4-week these days or how exactly they go. Because I generally don't pay too much attention to them. But sometimes we get a really relevant Glory Troop, and then I use it for, like, multiple teams on given weeks. But someone who might not have picked up that Glory Troop either because they forgot to or they literally just started the game, might literally be impossible to get that troop. Because they're exclusive just for Glory. It's a really leftover mechanic back when Glory used to be super hard to get. But all Glory troops are exclusive for 4 to 6 weeks and then go into drop table. I assume it's every 4 weeks and then just consistently goes into drop table, but I'm not 100% sure these days. Actually, that's not normally relevant. But if it's ever like a super, super good Glory troop, that can be relevant at a given time. Though luckily most Glory troops are pretty average. Like this week's one that is pretty underwhelming. It's basically just the one that shows off the soul gem mechanic. That does so in a very weak way. It's not the worst troop out there. It's extra turns poke damage. But there's just better options for goblins and for extra turning and for everything. Like, it's not bad, it's just there's better stuff to be running. It's in the category of not bad but not good, which basically means useless in the current state of the game. Has anyone crafted Fall and Validus in the Soul Forge this week? I would advise not doing that. Unless you need it for as one of your last few collection thingies. Why? Did it give the wrong troop when you crafted it? Because that'd be funny. Yeah, Fallen Valdis is, I would say, arguably the worst troop in the entire game. Not necessarily because it's the absolute definitive worst, but just because of when it came out. It was supposed to be like the counter to the Divine meta at the time. And it is such a bad mythic that in a game where 90% of every team being ran was 4 times Divine, it was still 100% useless, despite having a 4 times Divine boost ratio. It is that bad. So I personally consider her the worst troop in the entire game, even though she's probably top 5 or top 10 worst. But I consider her the definitive worst, though. Just because she was added at a time where she had, in theory, the highest potential to function, and was still 100% dead content. It's also one of the reasons why Divines even got nerfed so hard. They had no counter, and then they added a counter that was not a counter. It's one of the reasons why Divine Ishpalo to this day still has 40% mana start to Divines and not 50%. Because of how overly hard they nerfed Divines at the time. What's my favorite troop to play besides Stellarex? As far as mythics or just in general? It's Gargantar. He's the worst troop ever. Gargantar is pretty bad, to be honest. It was the OG worst troop. Then Fallen Valdis came early. But yeah, Gargantar is horrible. Honestly, every mythic we ever got, except that one more recent one of that Doomskull creating one from Groshnock, have been pretty bad. They have a pretty bad track record with mythics. In general, what is my favorite troop to use that's fun to use? I don't know, what is that in the current state of the game? I don't want to do something like Rowan. Obviously, we can't do Stellarex. I don't want to do something basic like Leprechaun or any Mana Accumulator. I would probably say Lord of Slaughter. I think might be the most fun to use. Like Lord of Slaughter or Wild King, or both together even. Probably more so Lord of Slaughter. I prefer him thematically more than Wild King. He reminds me a lot of version 2.0 when traits first came back into the, when traits first were added to the game. There were multiple troops, all the way down to common, that had 100% chance of doing true damage on Skull. This made it so the meta game at one point was actually a 4 times common team. Because you would just run Skeleton with an Elf because he had 20% dodge into 100% true damage on Skull into Skeleton just creating skulls. I think at the time Skeletons might have also gained attack instead of armor. They had that at one point, and I think it was around that time. So there was actually a time where the meta team in the game was 4 commons. It was really funny. But then they nerfed that trait into the ground. But then they brought it back, but only to 1 troop, and it was to Lord of Slaughter. So Lord of Slaughter is still to this day the only thing that has the OG, very broken 100% true damage on Skull ability. I wish more than just him had it, because it's a really fun premise of a team that you could build. But right now, if you want to build that premise of team, you can only use him. It essentially converts all your Skull damage into true damage, which is very strong, since you basically ignore half the enemy's durability, especially if you combine it with Enrage, where you also ignore their traits. So you ignore their armor value and their traits if you had Enrage, plus Lord of Slaughter. Oh yeah, Goblin Rocket is still really fun. He's actually absurdly good value. He's, I would still say, among one of the top, like, 50 troops in the game. Which doesn't sound like much, but given how many good troops there are. But yeah, I would say he's still in top 50. The reason you generally don't use him these days is he has really slow momentum. But the value that you get if you take the time to use his ability to the fullest is really, really good. It's just a really slow troop to win with, which generally makes it not worth it in the current state of the game where every battle is like literal seconds long. He's one of those troops that is basically a high win rate troop in a sense, where it's good at not losing, but is bad at winning quickly, which is problematic in the current state of the game, because in most game modes you only care about winning quickly. There are some occasionally that where it matters if you don't lose or not, but very few these days. And even in those situations, winning quickly can still be more helpful a lot of times. Anyways, let me go hand out a code. I said at 3 we would. Let me just go do our tally, and then we'll go hand out a code. And then we'll go run the final Palooza for tonight. Ooh, that was a horrible vault, though. Ooh. We only got 14. Not even, 13. Wow. We only got 13 and 2. That is not good. We were doing so good for a while. But we just got 13-2. Unfortunate. Alright, there we go. Anyways, one more Palooza. Alright, let me go do code first. Take a sip of water. Then we'll hand out, or go do the final Palooza for the stream. And then keep chipping to our 300 goal for the weekend. As well as our verse 3 surplus. Alright, oh, what am I doing? What am I doing? I did that. Alright, let's do our final Palooza. So Forge. Other. Palooza. Let's go run it. Oh, no, not Leonis Empire. Go back. Retreat. Yep, no problem for the code. Enjoy, everyone. They'll be handing out 2 every single night this weekend. Might even hand out 3 tomorrow night if we go a little bit longer. Though it probably won't be going that much longer. Honestly, tomorrow night's stream will probably be almost as long as tonight. Because I'm going to do all the dailies off stream probably for tomorrow. So even if we run 6 Paloozas, it'll still be about an hour and a half long. Because that's how long the 6 Paloozas are. Assuming there's no downtime in between. Which of course there'll be some amount of downtime. So pretty comparable length to tonight, actually. Assuming I do all dailies beforehand, which I should be able to do. The only reason I really do them on stream a lot of times instead of doing them prior is more so just as a reminder to everyone to go do them. But during Vault event weekends, it actually does make a little bit more sense to actually do them beforehand. So we can focus just on the Vault stuff during stream. And you rounded up to 69%. Wait, what is build typing? I don't know what that's for. Wait, what is that percent for? I feel like I asked a question that he answered, but I don't understand what he answered. Because I forgot what the question was. Yep, no problem for the code. Oh, so that'd be the top 3.48% of troops. I see. I see what you typed now. Alright, that makes sense now. Thank you. Oh yeah, so it would be in the top 5% then. Well, technically top 3.48 then, if it was top 50. I would say it is. The very low end of that, I think it is. Its run rate's absurdly good. It's in the same category as Arachne Weaver, except it's a little bit longer to use as far as its ability. That being Goblin Rocket's longer to use, not Weaver. They're in the category of really high win rate troops that generally aren't used too often because their momentum swing and current state of game just isn't as strong compared to other options. But their win rate's really good. Another troop under that category is Rope Dart. Well, that I guess is the weapon, not a troop. Rope Dart has a absurdly high win rate. I wouldn't be surprised if it has the highest win rate of any weapon in the entire game. However, like if you're doing a Rope Dart versus a non-Rope Dart. Not a Rope Dart mirror, of course. But, because even something like Wand and stuff, because it's so overly used, would have a lower win rate in a sense. I'm pretty sure Rope Dart has the highest win rate of any weapon that actually has like a decent usage rate. Because it doesn't win quick, but it wins very well. Like, it's good at not losing. It's just not good at winning quickly in the current state of the game. But there are some teams that utilize it, like the double Ubistet quick kill, where you do Rope Dart, then Ubistet, Rope Dart, then Ubistet. They're even from the same kingdom, so they have that natural synergy as well. It's actually probably one of the better strategies you can do for the Underspire, oddly enough, for Rakshka. I'm actually not sure if we ever had that yet, have we? But if we ever do, Rakshka Underspire is literally just Rope Dart, Ubistet every fight once you get to the later end. That's the entire strategy. And then your other two troops are just for mana accumulation. It's like the one time it's absurdly meta in the current state of the game. But it's really good at just not losing, generally speaking. You get a lot of value per cast. It has auto extra turn, has armor tier, has entangle, moves them to first slot, which repositions their team. It's a lot of value. Definitely a lot better under player control than AI, though. Is Leprechaun above or below? Oh, definitely above. Honestly, I would still say Leprechaun is at top 10 still. Probably a bit low. It's lower than Takshaka. But I think Leprechaun is still in the top 10 strongest troops in the entire game. It depends if you put them into the same category, though. Because are we counting, like, Thrall, Boxstrider, Marilith, and stuff like that as separate troops, or as one troop? Because that starts to muddy it a little. Because I consider, like, Thrall and Boxstrider to basically be copy-paste the same troop, even though they're used slightly differently. Whereas I don't consider Leprechaun or Takshaka even remotely the same, even though they serve the same role. Whereas I consider Boxstrider and Thrall the same, even though they serve also different roles, but still the same role. I don't know. Like, I consider Thrall and Boxstrider to be the same, despite them being different and being used slightly differently. But I consider Leprechaun and Takshaka to be not even remotely the same, even though they both are ultimately serving the same role as well. Honestly, I kind of almost consider every Mass Destroy troop as the same troop. Whereas most damage sources I do count independently, as well as all Empowers I count independently, even if they have a similar ability. I don't know, I guess they're separate troops. It's just one of those things when you're trying to slot it onto the team, you generally don't care which one you're putting. Like, the difference between a Bork or a Marilith or a Boxstrider or a Thrall is very minuscule. Whereas the difference between a Leprechaun and Takshaka is very large. They both have their positives. The main benefit of Leprechaun is it only takes one slot. The main benefit of Takshaka is it's stronger, but you generally need 2 or 3 to make it function, which leaves you less team to build out of. I also get free gold with Leprechaun. Not like that matters much, but hey, free gold. Have a good night, Sonny. Thanks for stopping by. Catch you later. Yeah, we're probably calling it after this in about 7 minutes as well. Be the last Palooza we run for the night. Until tomorrow night, we're running back and do it all again. So what is that lag? Gosh, I should put the cap nut on my computer. Is it like magnetic or something? Did we put magnets in my bottle cap? Is I put the cap on the side of the laptop thing? And I feel like that caused it to lag somehow. I don't know how. Maybe there's some kind of mineral in it that the computer doesn't like. I don't know. That was such a lag spike. I'm thirsty for another water. I'm not gonna bother getting one right now. We can wait a few minutes. Say your fireworks. Doing fireworks at this time of day. It's probably Broadway at the beach. Do you know what it is? Is today Friday? Oh, it's probably the high school football game. They sometimes do fireworks occasionally too, and they'd probably be ending out their game about now. I can't believe how much budget that school had for its football stadium. I think it spent more on the football stadium one year than on the entire education system budget for that high school. They have like an absurdly nice stadium. I was going to it when it was being built. And when it was finished being built as well. Like, it looks better than some college stadiums around. It's only a high school. Remember, he lived. Wait, you had to replace something high then. Oh no. Is that the mythic or the legend? I forget if he survives. Oh, it had to have been a mythic. Okay, that's why. He replaced the mythic. But yeah, Soul Gnome does have enough durability to survive if he replaces mythic. That could explain why that happens. I believe he's the only gnome that normally wouldn't survive, but does survive under that circumstance. As far as 25 damage is concerned. Oh, we got mail. Oh, it's probably in Pity Volky. I was gonna say, what could that possibly be? But it's Pity Volky. Alright, there we go. One more fight. We'll end it there for tonight. If anyone still has any other questions, let me know. Otherwise, we'll get our final tally and call it there. And continue the rest of the grind the rest of this weekend. Get a good bulk of it done tomorrow night. Chip whatever left is on Sunday. Yeah, it'll be good to go. I'll get some midway day grind done throughout. Mostly trying to get those paloozas. Nice, another 1,000 drop. What do we get from the merchant? We got... Oh, why couldn't this be an angel? We got Nishas, but it's merchant Nishas, so it's not worth it. Alright, so, final tally. What do we have? Oh, I didn't do my 6 Citadel fights. Oh, no, those are Citadel sigils. Never mind. Wait. Oh, wait, I didn't do my Citadel fights. Wait. Alright, well, maybe we do have one other thing to go do. Wait. Yeah, we have 2 fights, and I didn't do my Alliance fights today. I think I checked that menu, gosh. I thought I forgot something. I remembered to go claim the gold marks, but I didn't remember to go do the Alliance fight. We gotta do either Magrim Woods or Monster. Oh gosh, both those categories sound awful. But yeah, we'll end it on that, I guess. Yeah, I forgot to go do those fights. Okay, we did okay. We got 19 and 2, which is about average. Slightly below, but we'll take it. Better than the last one. And we started strong. A light or two were a little weaker, though. But we are so consistent at getting exactly 2 epic Volkies each time, pretty much. Right on the average rate. Technically, our Volky numbers are coming to average rate, too. So honestly, we're at, like, pure average right now. It all basically evened out to be perfectly average. Unfortunate. We're basically exactly on drop rate for everything. Alright, anyways. Yeah, let me go do the Alliance fights real quick. I guess we're not done. Is Monster or the other one easier? What do we have for Monster these days? What is not useless under Monster that isn't Arachne Weaver? Don't you have insta-kill? No. Megavore does. Oh. Ooh. I only have 2. I want more. I want more. More. Please more. Megavore Weaver? Into Wand? I'm doing it. You know what would be really funny? Triple Megavore into... I need to get a 3rd Megavore. Triple Megavore into any of those weapons that keep spamming color into yourself. That needs to happen. Yeah, let's run Megavore team. What banner do I even need? Honestly, just give me like double purple or something. I'm gonna go really weird. I kind of want to go Archmagus. I should go Elementals or something. But I'm going down the Archmagus route. I'm going all in purple. Like all in purple. Which seems weird because I'm actually not going to be spamming that color. We're going to be spamming the other colors. But we're still rolling with this. Alright, let's see how we do with this. It's definitely not the strongest thing you could be running, but it is what we're going to run. Like, getting frozen is really problematic. Do we not have an Empower on Monster that isn't Skull? I don't think we do. It's going to be a slow start, but the second we start, it's over. Alright, it's over. Alright, actually, I kind of want a little bit more mana. Keep going. I'd also love some insta-kills to actually trigger. Alright, maybe we do have to go tank hero. Unfortunate. Oh, am I doing the right fight? I'm not even doing the right fight. Oops. Good thing I called that. I'm not even doing the right fight category. That's funny. Okay, I'm gonna cheese them back with elementals, I guess. I'm gonna go brown then. Brown into, let's do brown into elementals. I'm not even in the right category right now. Whoops. But yeah, we need more tankiness. I really need hero to not die there. It's really important. At some point we'll get a turn. I'm not sure when, but there it is. Hey, we get a web spinner now. It's also webbed. Not quite what I mean by web spinner, but sure.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
What even is this fight?
Mana surge. Mana surge. Mana surge.
First part is I don't have Weaver kill range right now. Oh no, they got a web spinner. Oh no, their web spinner resummon.
Mana surge.
Is that gonna be enough to win? No, in all fairness, I think it still would have won there even without it. Oh, we gotta be careful. If we lose 5 more times, we're actually gonna need to use our extra life for once. I think it's the first time we've ever actually used our extra life on these so far for the alliance fights. Should probably use a team that's a little less volatile, but oh well. Okay, we're on sudden death mode now. We are on sudden death.
Mana surge. Mana surge.
Luckily, even though our team gets a slow start, so does every team we're up against.
Mana
Because they also can't be running good options. The problem is it's basically just wand wars. Really? There we go.
surge.
Oh yeah, we have access to Box Strider. I keep forgetting he's also a monster. I always just consider him as the green guy, but he's actually the green monster guy. Also elemental, but I always remember he's elemental. I just always forget he's monster. I always think he's just like pure typing elemental, but he's a monster elemental. Wand's still better man accumulator though.
Mana surge.
But if you only had one, what do you call it? Ooh, Essence of Evil? No, thank you. I'd rather go Corvash. But if you only have one, I will eventually figure out what word I'm trying to render here. Oh yeah, if you only have one Megavore, then running Bog Strider first thought could work out pretty well.
Mana surge.
Otherwise, I do think having a second Megavore is better. I say that, we're like barely ever getting insta-kill. I want my higher insta-kill chance, but never triggering. Oh, that's not enough to kill. That's not ideal. That's why we have a web spinner now. Actually, if anything, that actually was ideal.
Mana surge.
Because now our first thought does substantially more damage. Web spinner is not a monster, so we're not allowed to start with it on our team. Hey, finally, Megavore triggered. but we are allowed to have it through summon. So we can't start with a web spinner there, but we can get a web spinner that way. Alright, final fight. Yeah, I think this is the first time ever we've ever used our backup resummon. That's never actually happened yet. So why did that not barrier? Do I not have barrier brown right now? Oh. I don't. Why on earth is my... I still have it set to submerge for, Well, that does make sense. But I have it set to submerge to counter Takshaka teams, or more so Stellarex teams. But that's really funny. I don't actually have it set right now. Whoops. I also just realized I can't actually insta-kill with him there, so I actually have to target him out. Oh, that's not enough damage, is it? Whoops. Gosh, 75% reduction is a lot of reduction. Slightly overestimated how much damage that would do. I think this guy's still blessed. Even if it webbed there, we still would have had no web on us. And there we go. Alright, now we've done everything. And tomorrow we gotta go remember to do our Citadel battles too. We gotta go do Central. We also gotta go take all the marks for Monster and Mergrim Woods later. Well, tomorrow, that is. I'll probably do that off stream. So we can focus on Paloozas. But anyways, guys, now officially, we're done for now. But anyways, guys, we'll be back tomorrow night. Same time as always, 2 hours prior to now. Tomorrow, probably go for about the same amount of time. Go for about 2 hours or so. Main goal being probably to run about at least 6+ Paloozas or so. Probably be the main thing. And most of the other stuff we'll just do off stream and focus almost entirely on the Palooza grind. So we don't have to do as many on Sunday. And that's the game plan. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for stopping by. Hope you have a wonderful weekend. Best of luck on the Vault grind. Still plenty of time to grind. Still hold 2 whole days. Off Saturday, off Sunday. Technically even some of Monday morning, depending on time zone. And yeah, we'll keep grinding at it. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. Goodbye, everyone. And thanks for watching. And also thank you, Chad, for the continued support. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, thank you.